I'll smoke fools. What's up, fool?
Right, I'll smoke you, eh?
I'll smoke a fool.
We're loopy. I told you. I warned you.
Shit.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
We'll double check.
60
Triple A.
Yeah.
Oh, you?
Yeah, because the last
Sure,
one
sure.
was 15 the plus 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
So what did we say? 16 and 20?
Yeah.
Okay, 16. Woo!
What's up?
Welcome everyone to
Hey.
episode 16 of AAA Cigars. Arturo.
Ambrose.
And remember to go to AAAcigars.com for all the links and follow, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Alcohol.
Oh, yeah, and alcohol. I'm
Little
sorry,
bit.
I forgot. Arturo, Ambrose,
Alcohol.
Yes.
A little bit of alcohol
little
in
bit,
my life.
Yes, we're going to start off with water. That's our new routine to let it open up. We are doing, you tell them.
Padron. 1964 Anniversary Reserve. Number 95. Natural.
It's a natural?
It's a natural. Oh, that's electric.
That's a hell of a draw.
It's electric. Oh, no, that's natural.
I'm starting to pick up chocolatey notes already.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get any leather?
Ooh, there's something else. It's like chocolate and then something. It's going to sound really stupid. Like minty, I guess. It's like refreshing.
Refreshing.
It's
What's
refreshing.
going on here?
Oh, you cut it all jacked up?
Yeah,
That's what you get.
I know.
I'm glad you got a shorty because apparently this one's going to kick me right in the nuts. I'm excited. I haven't had a Padron in a while.
So, this one's a medium plus.
Okay, you said it was a full plus.
No, it's a medium plus.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Because
I just wanted to scare you.
I legit get nervous.
No. I'm already getting that peppery, spicy. Are you getting that too? No?
That's a 26. Well, from what I remember, it was a 26, not the 64.
Yeah.
You got one on your arm.
So, I know. It was stuck on my lip.
No, but there's something else, and I can't put my finger on it. Like, it sounds really stupid, but refreshing, almost like I took a nice drink of cool water.
Oh, Cool Waters?
Mm-hmm.
Our 8th grade cologne?
Damn, you just went way back. Do you get that at all? It's like refreshing somehow.
All I get is like spicy. But like straight off the back, I'm getting like spicy. Yeah, I'm not getting none of that. Let me see. Hold on.
It might just be me. Oh, for full disclosure, just so that you get a better sense of where our palates are at, I had not greasy, but my breakfast was eggs,
Benedict?
steak and egg, taquitos, that type of thing. And then I had a coffee from the coffee box in El Paso.
Yeah, pal.
But it had oat milk, so that maybe oiliness of the oat milk is still lingering, kind of. I like your bracelet.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I had like that, but the white version. I had a wrap at Starbucks this morning.
You had the Karen version.
I had the Karen version. Whatever. I was hungry. So, yeah. Other than that,
I wish I could tell you what I'm talking about. It's the only that's the only way I can describe it. It's like refreshing. It's not quite minty, but kind of like when you've had mint and then you do that cool intake that it gets that it's that kind of coolness to it.
Huh. So you never smoked like menthol cigarettes like that? Okay.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
But it's more of a flavor than a sensation. But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm going to start lighting because...
You know what? I'm getting more of like... I don't know what...
I'm getting something.
I'm getting something. I forgot what it was called. Fig Newton. like figgy.
Oh, seriously?
Figgy Newton, like that type of
that you can like a figgy pudding.
figgy pudding. No, not a figgy pudding.
We're gonna be
like
a little
figgy Newton type of thing.
We're gonna be a little loopy because we haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
and we enjoy doing this very much, so we're a little giddy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so I went on Cigar Aficionado just to kind of give you
Our
a
go-to.
little wraparound, of
The
it
reach around?
says the supple, smooth wrapper of this well-made grande is the color of milk chocolate.
mm-hmm.
Okay, we see that. Oops. Which hints at the flavors to come. Its core of chocolate is accented by notes of clover honey, marshmallow, and some spices. I just spit. Some spice providing strength and harmony. Oh, I tasted harmony.
Strength and harmony. Harmony or hominy?
Harmony. Look, I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah. It's like a meat flute.
Oh yeah. Your dick.
No, not my dick.
I said your dick.
Oh, you're a dick. Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean,
Shit.
oh, that's harmony right there. Look at that.
That I harmonized on that one.
Harmony.
Yeah, it's that
harmony.
bitterness that right off the back, that stuff
Harmony.
that hits right back here.
Every single cigar that you smoke hits right there.
No, not all the ones that
You're
are like
lying.
maduro, like stronger, full flavor. That's the and it just doesn't sit well. Yeah, this is what the Padron made me fear way back in the day when I used to have them once in a while.
So this Natural was Cigar Journal's #1 cigar in 2022. That's the only reason I kind of it was brought to my attention. It was a little hard to find.
Okay.
I picked one up at the Colony when I was out in Dallas.
I'm getting deja vu.
January,
That sounds
I think.
familiar. Okay.
And then, I reached out to Ricky at Tobacco 10. He was able to order me one. So
Okay.
I picked one up from him. So same cigar, different locations.
Mm-hmm.
Are you scared?
A little bit. It's very flavorful. I remember now. I'm looking back and remembering that I didn't have the appreciation for cigars that I have now. Because, like I'm telling you, this is like 4 or 5 years ago at least. The flavor is really good, like really, really good. It's just the strength of it is just hitting, and I know it's just gonna sit heavy, but pushing through that, it's already like really fucking tasty.
Yeah. I've been anticipating this cigar for, I don't know, December maybe when I started looking for it.
We've been talking about this one actually longer than we did about the Great Cliff, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I mean, if you've been following along, you've heard about this cigar quite a bit.
And
It's finally here.
it is here. And we're pairing it today with Woodford Kentucky Straight Malt Whiskey. Whiskey. So this one's 90.4 proof, 45.2 alcohol volume. So, yeah. So it's not a bourbon.
Thank God.
Because
Oh my God. Between this and a bourbon, I would have really been all fucked up.
Yeah. So the malt, our buddy out in Italy, AJ, showed me this one. And been drinking it ever since.
Yeah. Thanks to AJ. Yes.
Thanks to AJ.
I was introduced to Woodford in general because of him, and I don't pick it up as often as I would maybe like. I think it's more because I'm a Scotch guy. Monkey Shoulder is now my go-to, so I don't think about it. And when I'm there, I'm like, I want a Scotch. It's like, I want a Scotch.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
So this one's kind of like my #2 because double oaked, which I let you taste a couple weeks ago. What'd you think about that?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's still a bourbon.
That's what I was gonna say. It's still a bourbon. I don't know how to explain it. They're good. It's just I can drink them. It's just I already know how I'm gonna feel afterwards.
Yeah.
And so that kind of like the way that a lot of people are, that they smell something. Oh my god, I can't. It's like, dude, you're fine. It's just you're thinking of the future. You're anticipating not feeling good, and that's me with bourbons.
And maybe I kind of went back and was like, oh, this is from that, and the bourbons are mostly corn. Mm-hmm. So maybe you have a corn allergy or like a slight corn allergy. Maybe you're just corny.
Right? I'm just a corny guy.
But yes, so then it is giving you that Padron that you're usually used to, which you're like, that kind of is a little off-puttish, I guess you can say.
Like I said, I'm remembering, I'm having flashbacks to how I felt afterwards. I was just like, oh, I'm not doing this shit again. It's
getting that. Yeah. You're at that point right now where you can
but like I said, back then it was just that. Now at least I'm like, yeah, it's that, but I'm enjoying the flavor. I'm appreciating the flavor of it. I'm looking forward to pushing through and getting to the end to where it's like, okay, all right, I got through all that bullshit. Yeah, this is tasty.
Yeah, it's very smoky. The draw's fucking fantastic. No, nothing. It's just absolutely like straight freaking draw.
Perfect. I mean, Padron, I think that's one of the many things on top of their flavor. That's why I think it's on the top of most people's lists, and it makes top 5 easily. Yeah. Like every year, at least one of the Padrons. Their structure, there's a word that I'm looking for. The way that they put it together. Construction maybe it's all just, I don't want to say flawless, but damn near. Dude. Like that. I've yet to see somebody have a Padron that unravels. It's never too loose, too tight. The draw is great, cuts well, smokes well. You could tell already. I don't know if you could see, but I'll try to zoom into that, or maybe I'll just take a picture and it just burns almost perfect. It's just a great built cigar. Just kidding. No, you're not. I just wish my palate wasn't such a little bitch.
Well, I mean, it's not that. It's not. Is it that our palate has changed? Well, it has changed, and we're constantly smoking like more of like mediums.
God, that's delicious. Not so much. I misspoke. Not so much the palate, just my body overall. It just like flavor wise, palate wise, it's great. It's just the rest of me that's just like, oh, my weak ass stomach. I have stomach issues, so it's that. Other than that, dude, this fucking thing is.
So next week I'm gonna get him one of those bubblegum cigars. What color do you want? Yellow,
pink, obviously.
Pink? Okay.
My bitch ass. And I get that a lot, but it's delicious.
No, but
as far as notes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but like, I'll smoke fools. What's up, fool?
Right, I'll smoke you, eh?
I'll smoke a fool.
We're loopy. I told you. I warned you. Deal with it.
Yeah. Damn it! I
you lost your train of thought. All right, so
I forgot my strain of thought. Right now I'm getting like, probably because I hit it right now. But let me just straighten this sucker out. So you're good on the straight.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to give it a little bit of light, just so I can straighten out that burn. Notes that you're getting right now. What do you?
What I picked up on the cold draw is not there anymore, or it's there but hidden by everything else. But I'm not pinpointing anything specific. It's just the way that we've explained how it starts off on one, then it kind of like starts mixing together.
Yeah,
the mix is already there. Like I'm not building towards anything at this point.
So are you getting like? So all I'm getting is like spicy notes.
Spice.
Nothing like, I'm not getting no like peppery stuff. It's more of like I don't know. It's like a spice, but I can't figure out exactly what it is.
Kind of like. But like I said, I'm looking forward to getting some alcohol in there and seeing how that opens up and how that changes. Are we gonna do?
I'm always ready for
alcohol. On a rock at all, or I can't remember. Do we do straight
splash?
Up? And then the splash?
Or splash and then straight and then splash.
Straight and then the splash.
Because we already have water, so might as well do it straight and then a splash.
And then splash. Okay. That splash.
Splashy, splashy.
All right. So you ready to get into the other thing and then we'll come back? Or anything else you want to throw in there before we
I think I'm good. We'll kind of go out through
phases.
Yeah.
All right.
Little phase.
Okie dokie. So reset. 3, 2, 1. You want to jump into that? since we're about halfway.
Damn, you're already halfway, dude.
Yeah, dude,
You're smoking it pretty quick. Well, the draw's pretty. Like,
it's too easy to smoke. That's the problem.
yeah.
So we already started talking about. So let's do that.
All right.
This thing is kicking my ass.
Is it?
Yeah, like
bad?
like my stomach is not sitting well, and I'm feeling like lightheaded.
Jeez. So
Yeah.
maybe you need a drink.
Yeah,
Makes it worse?
I think that's totally. I think that'll definitely help. I think it's just that I'm smoking too fast because
Yeah, because I'm not even close to. Yeah.
it looks fairly close, but honestly, that's like a good 10 minutes
Yeah.
difference. Like it's gonna take him 10 minutes to catch up. So I'm trying to slow it down. The flavor is still really, really good. If anybody has a suggestion out there for a cigar that has this kind of flavor, but not the full bodiness of it, please let me know, because I would love to have a medium that has this kind of flavor.
So what do you think about that Plasencia?
I'm trying to remember. It wasn't bad,
Uh-huh.
but it wasn't good enough that I have it on my mental list of I need to try that one again.
Okay.
I'll smoke it again if it comes across my path.
Yeah.
I'll gladly have it again. It wasn't bad, but there was nothing about it that stood out that makes me say, yeah, I want to have that again.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So this one, going back to Cigar Journal Mag, like I said, it was 2022's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big cigar. It's like the regular like 26s. It's 4 3/4 by 60. So it is a wide cigar. All Nicaraguan, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Mr. Bias over here.
Yeah. So, Cigar Journal's tasty notes is a complex, spicy, peppery, gordo. That's you. Sorry.
It's me in a cigar. It's a combination of me and this guy, short but fat.
Right, there you go. With base notes of earth, lush aromas of cedar. Okay, you know what? Yeah, maybe the cedar, leather, cocoa, and as well as cloves. Ooh, do you get cloves on that?
Maybe it's the cloves. Maybe that's what it was. The cocoa I got at the beginning with the cold draw.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I picked up, and then
Definitely.
it went into something else.
But the spicy and the peppery,
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten it since the cold draw,
Right off the back.
right off the bat.
Oh, shit.
Cheers,
To you, sir,
and to me, and to the weekend.
and to you guys.
Oh my god, so good.
Holy. I don't remember it being that strong. It's me.
It's you.
It's me. There's just something about my stomach that's just like, nope, we don't want any of this stuff. It's delicious. I think I'm calling in sick to work.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What do you think about the flavor in this?
It's I'm getting a lot of burn. So there's something
The
that's
alcohol content's high.
That maybe is what it is, but there's something on the back end that I don't want to say citrusy, but a little tangy. Not in a
Okay.
bad way, but like citrusy, tangy.
Okay.
That good bitter. Very tangy. I'm gonna just say tangy that I'm getting. I don't know if that's again just me, but really good, very tasty. I can see with the water.
Yeah.
I think that'll open it up. Yeah,
and it does, because usually I'll put a big ice in there when I'm drinking it. I'll do like a straight. You know what I mean? Usually it's straight, but if I'm outside or whatever, I'll put a big ice. Usually not so much water, but the big ice on this one. And it kind of does dull it down just a tad.
yeah.
Because
I'm
of the
looking
size
forward
of
to
the
that.
ice. But yeah,
That's good though.
very,
Yeah, that's dangerous.
very
I need to
dangerous.
eat. That's what it is.
Eat, bro. Eat, papa. Eat. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, see, it changed it quite a bit. Kind of in the bad sense. I think I would need something lighter.
Okay.
I hate to keep referring back to it, but like the blonde that's like a light scotch.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or what's the other one that we had that we compared it to the blonde?
That Kaigan, the Japanese
Yes,
whiskey.
there you go. The Kaigan. Something like that. Something to where you'll get the flavor,
Yeah.
but not so much of the burn to where it doesn't overpower. The Woodford seems to be overpowering the cigar now for me.
Okay. Is in a good way?
No,
In a
like
bad way?
yeah, like
this is too strong.
Yeah, this is too strong, but I think the water will change that, and I'm hoping that by the time we get to the end, the when it opens, when the cigar itself opens up, I
Yeah.
think it'll balance out nicely.
See, and I'm getting so my spiciness has like kicked down a notch, so it's not as spicy as the first quarter. So
Because of this, or just the
I think because of both. You know what I
Ooh.
mean? Because we're kind of like halfway.
I spoke too soon. That I think it was the initial shock of the alcohol.
Yeah.
Now the cocoa really came through.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That sweetness, it gave me a good little punch right there. That was good.
So let's go back, I guess, a little bit. Padrones have not been like on your they're tip top. They're on your top shelf, but they're not like, I have an extra $30 to spend on a stick. I'd rather go with this rather than a Padron.
Yeah, and I haven't had nearly as many cigars as you have, and my palate's not as refined. I'm still very much a beginner.
Yeah.
So I have a pretty good idea because I've smoked a few of them. I have a pretty good idea of what the Padron is to me. So I want to try something else to see where my palate is. Through smoking the ones that I have,
Yeah.
I know that medium is my realm.
Okay.
That's my comfort zone. That's where, and I love having stuff like this to remind me, okay, you know what? It did make me feel a little queasy or whatever, but the flavor is really good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If anybody can suggest something that has this flavor but isn't as strong, I'm all about it.
Well,
that's going to be really good.
I'm going to go back to the Plasencia with that being said.
Okay.
They have one called the Reserva.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. I love the flavor, and it's like a medium.
Okay.
So we need to kind of like maybe go into that one. I smoked that one, I think, a month ago. And I had smoked the Reserva before, but I smoked it in a different Vitola. And the Vitola is more of a, what do you call it? When both sides are
Tapered?
Yeah, but there's a name for it. I just can't remember. Not Parejo is like a regular cigar, but there's a name for that. I don't remember.
Okay.
They just released, I guess, TAA.
Mm-hmm.
They just had it, last week or this week? So they just released the Alma Fuego, which is a red one,
Okay.
in that same Vitola.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's a different type of looks like the feral pig.
Oh, okay.
The feral. That one, it looks exactly the same.
I
so
gotcha.
It's that, but it's about, a little bit like, actually it's the same size as the feral. So
Okay.
it's like, I can't remember off the top of my head what size it is. But
Right.
it's that Vitola exactly. So
Gotcha.
I smoked the Reserva in that one, and they just came out with Alma Fuego, which is a red label, in that Vitola.
Okay. It's good though. Hold on. Let me take another one just to.
Take that puff. Puff. Oh, no. No. What do you...
See that the cocoa kind of went back to normal, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. The flavor's still there. I think it's having that just fresh that doesn't kill the flavor, but it changes it up
hit it
quite
with a little bit of water. I just do it now. Might as well.
No, I'm gonna give
Yeah.
it like 2 more.
You sure?
Yeah. Because I want to. I don't want to be a bitch.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I want to experience it to see if it changes up
Yeah.
anything. Because like I said, my stomach's already just like, hey, we're getting groovy here.
So the malt versus the bourbon. I know, like, we're always talking about bourbon, and I know that you're not partial to bourbon. And that's one of the reasons I brought this one up, because I was like, you know what? It's not technically a bourbon.
Right.
It is on the sweeter side,
Right.
but it's a malt. And the malt, I can look up what it's made out of, but it is made different
Right.
than the bourbon.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like why I was like, hey, let's try this one, just to give a different flavor. I mean, we could do Scotch all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, let's try this. I'm glad you like it.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you had it with AJ like countless times, because
Yeah.
I would buy it by the case.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like it. And that's the reason I like the malt.
But just like right now that I took that last drink,
Yeah.
it gave me one flavor as soon as I was drinking it, swishing it around a little bit, and then like 1 second after I swallowed, that's when the burn kicked in. So
Yeah.
it kind of changes the whole complexion. It's complex. Like it does one thing and then another. I don't know if that's just me, but that's what I got, and
yeah.
it makes for a very interesting drinking experience.
Yeah.
Which is really it. I think I'm a little overwhelmed is what it is. Between this being so complex and this being so complex that my system is just like, pick one, fucker.
Okay. So
either one with like this with a medium or a light cigar, or this with a medium or light drink would be perfect.
Okay, so
being kind of on the higher end, I'm just like, oh, this is overwhelming.
it's like too much flavor for both. Both have too much flavor. I see what you're saying.
But they're both really good.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen
too much, too good, too much.
Right at one time, everything, everywhere, all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah. I see what you're saying. See, and I didn't know what to pair it with.
I think for those that have, like for you, for example, I think this is actually a really good pairing.
Yeah.
Anybody that has your palate or stronger, this is your go-to. Yeah, this is a really good pairing.
I think you're more of like the mild and cigar, not mild, but like medium cigars. You know what I mean? It just, it's that balance. And I guess that's one of the reasons that we kind of like change the cigar, change the alcohol that we're drinking, just to find that balance of like, hey, you know what? Try this, try that, you know. And every single cigar that we've smoked has basically been with a different type of alcohol, you know. And we just try to mix it up so that everybody kind of like gets our aspect of what we're trying to smoke and what we're trying to drink. You know what I mean?
Have we done a straight up whiskey yet?
Like what? Like an American whiskey?
Yeah.
Like no, I don't think so.
Well, there was that one episode where I brought out the Jack, and I don't remember what cigar that was. The drinks were kind of all over the place. I think we had beer and Jack that day.
Yeah, I think so. No, but I mean, a Michter's American whiskey would be good. Have you had Michter's American whiskey? Okay, maybe we try something like that for another smoke. But we do have that Cohiba Black that was gifted to us by our buddy Martin there at the shop, and that one said that it would pair well with the Woodford Double Oaked.
Okay.
But that one's like he kind of like said, you know, this is more like a medium to him. It was like more like
and that's what I was going to say for him.
Yeah.
So that might be an ass kicker.
It is rated at a medium plus, just like this one.
Right.
So maybe if we do something kind of like a little bit not as strong, or I don't know. You got to.
You know what? Maybe what we could do in cases like this one is maybe have a backup. Something that's a little
water.
Yeah.
A little bit of
we're
water.
drinking vodka. No, it's straight up water.
Bubbly. Champagne. Do a champagne episode.
Right. I can't do champagne. Champagne is another one.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just kind of like leaving it out there, see where we both stand as far as the cigar.
I think that's another thing. Now that I'm kind of trying actively to slow down, it's not hitting as hard. That's one of my problems. It's been my problem for a long time. I'm a power smoker. I'm taking like 2 or 3 puffs compared to one that everybody else does. What happened?
Retro hell.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to try that one.
No, I don't think you should.
Not with this.
It smells good,
right?
Probably watered down. Yeah.
All right. So,
but I mean,
that's our not halfway point. That's our 2/3. I think that gives us enough time to talk about the other thing and then come back. And cheers to you guys.
Cheers, motherfuckers. I'm just kidding.
And I already started with
the water.
I think I overdid it.
No, you're good.
We need.
I put a little bit of mine too, so it's not.
I did more than a little bit.
Yeah, you like water down.
Definitely water down. But it opened up really nicely where this is like super smooth now. And even this mellowed out quite a bit. Let me remind myself
how it tastes and plays. Good. So now that we're almost done with it, you know, what is your...
I'm really, really ridiculously glad that that constriction and that stomach shit is almost completely gone now, because I'm enjoying this cigar for what it is. This shit is really fucking good. It is. I see now why people are like Padron this and Padron do this. The draw is phenomenal on this fucking cigar. The taste, everything is just blending together so nicely, and I got rid of that. Like I said, that shit maybe because of alcohol, maybe not. I don't know. But it is so fucking good. I'm not picking up any of the notes necessarily, but
it's just a great smoke.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So is it easy to say that Cigar Aficionado rated a 93 multiple years?
I don't see how it got a 93. I think it should be higher.
Should be higher, maybe like a 95.
95-ish. Yeah.
There's few and far between have gotten a 95.
That we've smoked, is there anything that's been a 95 that you can remember? I don't know about all that shit.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or at least
maybe the Partagas. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I don't know if it even got that high of a rating.
The one that you gave me that you haven't had?
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of an unfair comparison because that one is.
But that one hits more of like your type of notes.
For
everything.
sure.
Yeah, it hits
For
all the
sure.
spots. So
I think what the lesson that I'm learning from this episode is that I am by far not the cigar smoker that I would like to be.
yeah,
These cigars, based on this one, if this is a 94,
yeah, 94.
93, 94, if this is a 93, 94 and those are 97, those sound scary. And I don't think I have the palate to appreciate them for what they are because, like I said, this one started kicking my ass, and now that it's mellowed out, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But that being said, I don't know if I'm going to put it above. Like, the idea in my head of the Great Cliff is still high up there.
Yeah,
That's obviously not going to match. It's not going to compare to something like this. But the Partagas is still my number one.
yeah.
So I think I'm close, but I could see a true cigar aficionado being like, no, son, you still need to learn.
But I see that Partagas, the number 4, is more of because it's more of like a medium.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of like a medium plus. So that's kind of like where you're like, I'd rather have the Partagas, even though it's rated the same.
Yeah.
The price point, Partagas is about $35 right now.
This is
$29.
that's where usually the our rating. You should probably start doing our ratings. That's where mine takes a turn because I'm like, that's really, and then you tell me the price, I'm like, I don't know if I'd spend $28 for it.
When you could spend $5 more and get a Cuban. Right?
Well, that, and for half or maybe 3/4 of the price, I could get something I know for sure I like, but that doesn't mean that it's better. It's just my preference.
So then let's say you saw this one and then you saw another one that you like right next to it. Which would that be that you're like, you know what? I have $30 to spend on a cigar because it's, I want to spend $30. I'm not going to smoke this one because I already had it. But this one, I'll definitely smoke for $30.
For $30?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything that for $30 I'd over price point.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get it. The Liga. Number 9.
You see, the number 9 runs about like $16, $17.
Okay, so I'd easily get a Liga over this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to say, but I would. My palate is right now. I'm enjoying the shit out of the Monte Cristo,
which is about $16 too.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
But because of the fullness, because I think that has a lot to do with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think the fullness of a cigar has a lot to do with what you'd prefer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, mind you, it's like, what are you drinking? What have you had to eat? Are you going to eat? Are you not going to eat? Have you eaten?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you eat a steak? Did you eat a burger? Have you had a light lunch? You know what I mean? All those factors. A lot of the guys at the cigar shop, they'll smoke, you know what I mean, hit the shop around noon-ish or at 2 o'clock, and they've already eaten breakfast. They already had a light lunch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So those are a lot of like factors that tie into what you want to smoke. Yeah. We haven't had lunch today.
Right.
So it kind of sits
heavy.
You know what I mean? But let's say we had a steak, we go to the shop, we're gonna have something to drink, maybe a scotch, and be like, you know what, I can have that fuller smoke. And
then not only that, but when we do, at least for me, when I do that, by the time I get to the shop, a lot of times maybe I've had a couple of drinks with lunch or whatever right before we pre-gamed it.
Yeah.
And we start drinking, and I'm about halfway into the cigar. I'm like, oh shit, this is good, but it's a lot of the alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm like right now, I'm totally mellowed out. So this is just hitting the right spot.
Perfect.
So that plays a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it as well.
So would you say that this is a good pairing?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Both complex, both very flavorful. They pair very well.
You get, like you said, you get the right meal in you and stuff. This is another thing is, unfortunately, we're doing this like at 11.
Yeah.
If it had been breakfast, a decent lunch, go to the shop, have a drink, then start the cigar, forget about it.
Okay.
This is gonna be a hell of a fucking experience. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's a lot of little aspects that you do
Mhm.
have to consider when you're smoking. I'm not saying, hey, you know what, eat, because I've woken up, grabbed a cup of coffee, and then had a very mild cigar. You know what I mean?
Which I would love to do, but I just don't know if I could do that on an empty stomach.
Yeah. You see,
It's-
I've done it multiple times where it's like
Breakfast cigar.
yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? You smoke something light, something that's very mellow, just to kind of like, you know what? It's my day off. I have nothing else to do. I'm just gonna, have my coffee and relax. First thing in the morning.
You know what? I think for me would be the caffeine and the nicotine. That's, I think, what would fuck me
Too
up. But now,
much.
so if I had a decaf so that I have the flavor but not the caffeine,
Yeah.
I think that would be a huge difference.
Well,
as well.
Okay, so if I can find it, and if I do see it, I will pick it up.
What's that?
This cigar.
Oh,
You said final thoughts. So if I do see it, it's very rare that I see it, and it's just one of those. I mean, these are the Family Reserve. If you, it's the Family Reserve 1964, number 95 Natural, which is kind of like pretty specific on.
right.
You know what I mean? But me personally, I like Padron. I like, the 1926 series. I like the 1964 series. The Damaso is perfect, morning cigar, start a cigar. So for me, yes, I really like this smoke. But then again, it's kind of like, when am I going to smoke it? You know?
Go ahead.
If it's kind of like more like my last cigar of the day, then yes, I'll do it. Kind of like my cat. But
Okay.
I'm a little bit of the opposite sometimes, because I do like a fuller cigar, and then if I'm going to smoke a second cigar and it's towards the end of the night, I do like more of a Connecticut. You know what I mean?
I could
But
see that.
I have done like the Davidoff last hour. The late hour, sorry, last hour. The late hour, I've done that one, towards the end of the night, which is phenomenal. It's kind of like a nice nightcap, you know what I mean? So if it's more of like that type of cigar, which this is, I can do that at the end. On a regular, weekend, it's kind of like, you know what? I smoked a good heavy cigar. You know what I mean? I just want a quick nightcap, before I leave, the Nub Connecticut. Boom.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
easy. When you ask right now, as far as like would I pick it up compared to something else, probably not. But I think I'll have this in the back of my mind as, you know what, maybe not celebrating anything particular, but you know what, I'm okay with money right now. I want a good cigar. Let's celebrate. Let's splurge a little bit.
Yeah.
This
So
would
this
probably
one-
be, yeah. This would probably be. I can't think of anything else that is in that realm. What was the one that you asked specifically? This, or there was one that you mentioned.
The Portagas? Or the
Yeah, no. If I had
Plasencia?
access to the Plasencia,
Okay, so the Plasencia is about $20.
based on from what I remember, I'm liking this one way more than that. So I'll spend the extra money to get this if I'm in that mood. If it's just a regular Saturday at the shop and I'm just gonna pick up a cigar,
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah.
But like you know what? I had a great day. I'm in the mood. I'm feeling groovy. Yeah, you know what? Fuck yeah, I have the money. Let's do this.
do it, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see this being that cigar.
But not like a 1926, right?
That's the one that I think that's the last one, the last Partagas that I had, and that's one that I'm curious to try again because of how spicy it was from what I remember. And now that I've had this, I want to compare it.
Padron, you said Portagas.
Sorry, but the Padron 26.
So we should maybe not the Maduro, maybe the natural.
Yeah.
Because I've had the Maduro, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
you bought one for me for my birthday last year, so I smoked that one. It's great. But the Maduros are the ones that are easiest for me to find because everybody has the Maduros. The naturals are the ones that are a little harder to find in the
Gotcha.
1926 series. But I really like the naturals more than the Maduros of the Padrones. So I'm kind of like leaning that way. Same thing with the 1964. I like the naturals more than I like the Maduros. I'll smoke the Maduro. Don't get me wrong; it's great smoke, but I lean more towards the natural side.
I gotcha.
It's like the 1000 series. Those are like everyday smokes. They're like $9-10. All the Padron 1000
I've had
series,
those. Yeah. Yeah, I've had those.
which is basically like the seconds of their higher ups.
From what I remember, though, they were a bit underwhelming. I think even though they affect me the way that they do,
Yeah.
I had it and I was just like, It just doesn't have that oomph. I want that oomph, even though it kind of fucks me up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I get towards the end, I'm like, okay, I mellowed out. I had some drinks. Again, like I've said before, I can't remember the last time, ever that I've had a cigar without alcohol.
Yeah.
So that I think would be a major difference.
Yeah.
It just my whole palate just like and get all cotton mouthy and shit.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great smoke.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And tink. Yeah, no, we're gonna touch saliva and shit.
not a tink, it's
So
like a
there you go.
crunch.
If you're gonna, if you're gonna have it, if you have that palate, by all means, give it a shot without it. But if you're gonna pair it, this paired really well.
Yeah.
I think that was the good call there. Final thoughts. If you haven't already, give it a shot. It's definitely a good smoke.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that we had it. I'm glad I powered through, and the experience. Hell yeah, it's up there. We still have to get our list together and rank them, the ones that we've had so far.
Yeah.
But this will be up there.
But towards the end of the year, I think in December, we're going to do a top 10.
Of the ones that we've had.
Yeah. Of the year.
So far, right now we have 2 left. The Cohiba Black, and then we had. We
Viva?
gonna? That's right. We were gonna do the Viva, but I thought we was thinking of the what is it? M82.
Oh, the
Metallica blackened
what's his
whatever.
name? Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
The guy James Hetfield.
Yeah, Hetfield's cigar.
And we're gonna pair that with the liquor,
Gosh, I
right?
hope
The
so.
whiskey.
Yes,
Okay.
blackened. Even though there's like 3 now. So
Oh shit!
So I guess Blackened's a brand. I didn't know.
I think so.
So they did like a blackened because the cigar's blackened, right? So,
Right.
Or M8, M something. I can't remember.
I think it's M72 because I think that's the name of their album. So I think they're promoting that shit, but I don't know.
So they did the blackened, and then I saw the review from another podcast that does like whiskey reviews.
Okay.
On their like $200 bottle of blackened.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I didn't even realize it.
Damn.
But they have a barrel strength, and they have a regular, I guess it's a bourbon too. So yeah, we can probably do that one and pair it. So this is another Maduro.
So this is Kill Arturo podcast.
Yeah,
apparently.
All
right.
Maduros from
So-
Nicaragua.
In the meantime, we'll survive as best we can.
Yes.
So, good cigar, good drink, great
Yeah.
company. Whatever you do end up drinking, try to remember, guys, if you're going to drink quite a bit, it's better to be really drunk. Why?
What?
I don't know.
You can't wake up hungover.
No, that's what I'm saying, but get really drunk,
Oh.
but so drunk that you wake up hungover, because it's hard to wake up with a hangover.
If you're still drunk, drink responsibly.
Yes, please.
Cheers.
I totally fucked up that.
Yeah, kind of did. It's all right.
I didn't want to end is the problem.
It's okay. Me neither. See you next time.
Is there any way we could do like a day of podcasting?